So you're from Zimbabwe, and you kind of talk about your culture and how it really played into how important family and communal parenting was. So can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Zimbabwe, and one of the things that I would say long for being here, and I've been here since my early 20s, is just the sense of community, especially when it comes to having a baby. Anytime a family welcomes a new child, into their home, it's a family event, right? It's everybody is excited about it. Everybody shows up for it,
Mhm.
and there's so much support around new parents. Something that I just feel like we don't get enough of at all in the United States. In our culture, there's definitely this sense of, y'all be fine. You've got doctors, you've got nurses, you've got pediatricians, midwives.
Mhm.
So, you guys will be okay. And you're supposed to be tired. That's what having a newborn baby is like. And I am so sick and tired of that notion. I preach thrive parenting. And part of thrive parenting is this idea that, with the right support, new parents can enjoy the newborn phase. You don't have to be tied to the point of your hair falling out or your teeth falling out, right? And losing your mind. And in Zimbabwe, there's a practice called kugarira. And kugarira is when an older family member, female family member, actually moves into the home with you. And they come in right before you have the baby. They get everything ready for you, get it all set up. And they stay with you up to 6 months after you have this baby and help take care of mom and baby, but also teach mom how to take care of baby. And so having that constant support and presence is like phenomenal. And for me, that was always my mom. Every time I've ever had a baby, my mom has been here with me. And it has made a world of difference. I remember with my first son, when he came and I was like, I'm a labor and delivery nurse. I can do it all by myself. And I didn't want help. And that ended up with me dropping my baby.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, this whole superwoman, you can do it all, high functioning, completely overrated. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to want help. It's okay to want to sleep. And it's okay to get sleep. So that's kind of my philosophy. And we've tried with the Perfect Push to recreate that for new and expectant parents in the Seattle area.
We see all the posts that's like you have to be super mom and do this and like, get your body back and all these things that's like it's
I know.
so quick and it's like that, and on the other hand, it's like you need a village. So it's so important that community and reaching out for help. How has your business changed because of COVID, and how are you kind of like adapting to help these moms in this kind of new crazy time we're living in?
Yeah, it's been insane. I think one of the things I've always been a big fan of prenatal lactation support. So that's always been like, you know, the thing that I harp on quite a bit. But then COVID hit, and then suddenly I was like, oh my God, this is critical. Because what ends up happening is, mom has baby, and there are all these things that we could have caught early on, right? While mom was still pregnant, and figured out, okay, this is the kind of pump that you're gonna need. You've got inverted nipples. Let's try and see if we can get them to pop out. You've got insufficient glandular tissues, so you may have a lower milk supply. So I need you to start pumping from day one. So what does that really look like? And families were, having a baby, and then all of a sudden trying to get into lactation or find somebody to come to you in COVID was close to impossible. So everybody was like super, super stressed out. And I was like, okay, what if we got you ready ahead of time? Which is something that I've been saying over and over again. Breastfeeding begins before baby. So let's get moms ready before baby comes. Let's get families ready. Get everybody ready to, how are we going to feed this baby? How are we going to keep this baby alive, right? And take care of this little human. So that's one thing that we've pushed and we've been doing so much more of. And the beauty of it is it can be done virtually. It is one of the things that I love doing virtually. We have a secure HIPAA protected medical record. So a lot of times I'm like to moms, okay, so go ahead and flash me so I can see the equipment, right? And so it's so weird how many things have become so normal to do on video. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because before it'd be like, you want me to what on video? Like, okay, is anyone else watching? Like, can I be sure this isn't going to be streamed somewhere? So we've had to make adaptations. We're so fortunate that the medical record we're using already had video conferencing calls in there. So it was a super simple switch. But when it comes to actual lactation consults, I have tried to do them virtually, and in a pinch I will, but it's such a hands-on thing.
Mhm.
So it's really, really hard to, and we've had parents where they're trying to manipulate the video that, can you see? Can you see? I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm looking at. So we've increased our appointment times just to accommodate having just one family in the clinic at any given time. Cut down our staff in the clinic again, just so that we can, limit exposure. We're using all the PPE just again to protect our families, taking temperatures, doing the COVID questionnaires. We're super fortunate that our patient population generally is staying safe because they are either pregnant or they're welcoming a new baby,
Mhm.
right? So most people are social distancing, most people quarantining anyway. So we've been really, really lucky, and knock on wood, we haven't had any COVID scares or any concerns in our clinic so far.